let's rewind. My name is Half Hope. I'm going to do a pre-match analysis. Yeah, I do get that Arsenal got embarrassed and got totally outplayed on Sunday. This can happen. Arsenal will not get outplayed and they will not get pimped. They will not get There is no way that Arsenal will get lubricated 2 games in a row. So it's not gonna. It can't happen. There's no way it will happen. I think it's time for Wenger to retire. Not step down, but to retire. Let's talk about Man City. I'm going to put a little vid out there, and I think this is a vid that me and the Banter Boys did, where we discussed whether Man City are the greatest team ever in the Premier League, and I think it is a discussion that will have to be had, and we'll probably revisit it again. But something that Drifty said, and again, I don't want to spoil anything because I don't want to spoil the video when I will release it. But something that Drifty said, I think we have to really have this discussion because the football that they've played is sensational. Sane has been incredible. David Silva has been amazing, and David Silva has actually been getting better with age. Ilkay Gundogan has been saying to you people that if you give me my legs and you keep me fit, I'm one of the best midfielders in the world. I cannot name many central midfielders who are better than Ilkay Gundogan. He is absolutely amazing. He was on a different level to anybody on that pitch. Even Otamendi is looking good. Even Otta flipping Mendy is looking good. But because the golf in class, the golf in quality was scary, because I was saying to myself, because again, I've played in matches, school matches before, where you play against a really good team, and especially because I was playing in central midfield, where it's very hard to get the ball off of dudes. It's very hard, especially when you're playing against a good team who are skillful. It is annoying because, again, it's hard to find those spaces, hard to find those interceptions, knowing when to press, but when you press, they can unleash the ball, having to run back. So it's very complicated when you're in that midfield play. Because I remember playing against one guy in school who you couldn't get the ball off this guy. This guy, the speed with which he unleashed the ball from his feet was amazing. And it's almost similar to Silva and Gundogan, where before the ball comes to their feet, they know where that ball is going. But there's just a difference in style. Where you look at Arsenal, and it's jittery. They're spending too much time on the ball. They're really, because you have to look at it. It seems as a blueprint as a whole. And when I look at Arsenal, there isn't really any kind of belief or assertion as to this is how we're going to break this team down. It just seems as if it takes almost 10, 15 seconds to even passing the ball just seems as if it's too much, and the passes that are being made are so obvious. And once it just got bad, people just started to dribble, run with the ball, and they were literally running into space. Where I saw one bit where Ozil was running with the ball, and it's like, also there's a simple pass there, but he just ran in, so 2 defenders, and they dispossessed him. Compared to City, where you can just see coaching. Yes, they have quality players within them. Yes. But I still do believe that Guardiola would make, if Guardiola was given those same Arsenal players, he'd make them play a lot better, because you can just see coaching where, you can just see for Guardiola, he's just told these guys that, I'm positive that on our training ground, you are taught. You literally pass the ball from morning till evening. From the beginning of the session to the end of the session, they just do passing drills. Passing drills, control drills. Passing drills, control drills. Because it's he is whether you're a defender, keeper, anybody, you're the toilet cleaner, you're the washing machine person, you're the masseuse, you must be able to pass the ball to another guy in a shirt under pressure. Doesn't matter whether 2 or 3 guys around you, you must be confident with the ball in any area of the pitch. And what you saw there were guys where they can pass the ball slow, they can pass the ball fast, and it's quick, it's incisive, and it's with purpose. That's different. City, they play with purpose, as in you can just see that these guys believe in what they're doing, and you can just see that there is a logical step into how they're trying to break you down. And as for Arsenal, it doesn't matter whether they're the superior team. You will have the ball. In any football game, you will have the ball. And it's what you do when you have the ball. And Arsenal, you had the ball many times, and what you did with the ball, it was nothing. And I just came to the realization, because I couldn't even fully watch the match, because I was looking at the match and just looking at some other stuff online, because I was like, it's painful. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but if you look at that, it's painful. It's painful because we've gone beyond this being funny. We've gone beyond laughs. This is now, it's okay. It's stupid now because for Wenger, he's lost that team. He's completely lost that team. As in, I looked at those guys and there isn't a manager there. Nobody is managing them. And if you're sending out 11 individuals to go up against 11 quality superior individuals who are also being very well coached, you get a lubrication. You get a lubrication. You get 2 lubrications. 6-0 on aggregates, which I think is like a revolution or something. Wenger needs to retire. I never said step down. He needs to take a break. He needs to take a break. He needs to take like a 2-year break, chill out to Monaco or something like that, chill out on the beach. Just take away, but I just think his pride wouldn't allow him. And as for Man City, man, guys, because again, I'm not into this whole let's bash Arsenal. No. I'm a football analyst and I just break it down to you and I give it that real. For Arsenal, they're a mess. They're a mid-table club. Wenger needs to leave. That club needs a total new direction. They need a total new direction because those players, obviously, they just don't believe in themselves. And to raise the morale of these players, you need somebody with a whole fresh, different approach. And this was the key thing I saw. Arsenal needed to win this game more than City. City can afford to lose 2 or 3 games and they can still be ahead. So Arsenal, they needed to win this game because Arsenal needs to get top 4. Because if Arsenal make the mistake of thinking that forget it, we're going to do a Chelsea 2012, or we're going to do a United last season, we're going to win the Europa League. I don't know whether Arsenal gets past AC Milan. Even if they get past AC Milan, which I think is doubtful, I look at the teams who remain in the Europa League and look at how badly Arsenal are playing. That's the key thing. The teams remain in the Europa League and how badly Arsenal are playing. That I don't think they have the luxury of saying, "Relax, we're gonna do it United like last season and we're gonna win the Europa." But the difference there was that Guardiola was fully coaching. His team didn't need to win this game because he was on the touch and saying, "Boom, go, coaching, press, pass, boom, boom, bam." Angles, get the right passing angles, boom, boom, boom. For Wenger, he just sat down. Your team needs to win this game. Surely you should be on the touchline, or Steve Wood should be on the touchline being like, get the hell up. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you guys. Because again, it's like, so that's why it's for Wenger. If you can't do that, if you don't have the fight in you, and your team can't be given that fight, you gotta step down. You gotta step down. It's over. You've got to step down for the good. Arsenal Football Club is bigger than you. Yes, you did amazing things, and yes, you are the greatest Arsenal manager of all time, but at the end of the day, this is an institution that existed before you and will exist after you. So, as influential as you have been, you are not bigger than Arsenal Football Club, and you've got to take your arrogance out because it's looking ugly. That whole invincible season is looking far away. But guys, we have to revisit this conversation. When all is said and done, we have to revisit this thing of where do we rank City? This, as in the best singular Premier League season. Invincibles, the Blackburn Rovers season when Shearer scored like 40 Gs. Maybe you could look at the treble of Manchester United under Ferguson. The Chelsea season where they only lost 1 time and they broke the goal scoring record. We have to, because City, when they win it mathematically, we have to have a discussion. We have to have a discussion. Because what they're doing is revolutionary. What they're doing is historic. Absolutely historic. And the points between them and second place is disgraceful. It makes a mockery of the Premier League. Don't you dare call this league an elite league, because what City are doing, they're completely disrespecting this flipping league.